Hello there guys, welcome to Knows What and welcome to a sensational launch from Tata. Now this is the dark edition t-shirt that I'm wearing. This is not something that they have gifted me, but I picked it up when I went to feature the dark edition. This is available from Tata showrooms. They are making a lifestyle statement, but they are also making a quality statement, a bold statement in terms of fit and finish and build quality. Of late, they're really scaling new heights in terms of offering rock solid build quality with all of their machines. This is the Tata Punch. The wait is finally over. The micro SUV of the masses is finally here. That's going to get you started in the SUV culture, the travel and the off-roading culture that is really catching up with the masses at a rapid pace. Now, what does the Tata Punch have on offer? Now let's just quickly turn around. Let's recollect or get a dose of nostalgia. 2020 Auto Expo, we got the HBX concept. The H2X became the HBX. The Hornbill concept is what they called it, and it was looking absolutely stunning at that time. They were making very clear statements that it's going to resemble the concept avatar to a great degree. And when a manufacturer follows his or her heart and gives us the exact design concept that they have showcased as a concept avatar, that shows that a manufacturer is willing to go all the way to woo the masses and make a clear statement as to what you can redefine when your passion to take the standard or the expectation or the build quality or the fit and finish or people's expectations to another level. So that's what this is, the hero of the masses. I mean, trust me, when you look at it in flesh, it looks much larger than what you see in pictures or videos. This is huge for a car in this segment. Trust me, when you look at it, it definitely looks a car from a higher segment. And yes, the design influence is there from the Harrier. It looks like a micro or mini Harrier and mini Safari, but this design language is kick-ass and it looks absolutely stunning, especially the concept. If they can offer that silver bumper, rear bumper, or the skid plate kind of a body kit as an add-on accessory, it's going to take the visual appeal of this car to a different level altogether. Look at the tail lamps. I mean, the exact same design that we saw in the HBX concept. Now they relate to this as a rhinoceros, a rhino, which is compact but really sturdy and rock solid, and can shake off any competition on any given day because we know how tough rhinos are, and they relate to this concept, or maybe the imagination behind this concept, the inspiration behind this concept is from a rhinoceros to make a compact, tough SUV that is built for the the go-getter, the young professional, the also the average layman out there who's battling it out on a day-to-day basis to make a statement and to pursue his dream and give his family the best life possible. So this is a power-packed micro SUV which is really going to define new standards and set new benchmark in its respective segment. This is kind of battling it out with the likes of the KUV 100. Trust me, it is light years ahead of that in terms of build quality and fit and finish. It looks far more comprehensive and far more well built than the KUV or the Ignis for that matter. Ignis is a bold looking hatch, you can say, but kind of a wagonish kind of a feel, but it doesn't give you an SUV kind of a feel, but this one does. In fact, it even surpasses the Nexon in my opinion and offers a more bolder look in terms of visual appeal when compared to the Nexon, because this is a fresh new design in this segment and giving you a Harrier kind of a design. If only they can launch it in a sports red or maybe the dark edition here in this segment is going to be an absolute killer and absolute steal. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started with the design elements. Up front you have the LED DRLs right there, then you have the Y motifs highlighting the new design language that has been adopted by Tata. Then you have the projector headlamp neatly embedded right here and the standard lamp which is accompanying it. Then you have the fog lamp which is neatly integrated into the front bumper. Now you get automatic headlamps, rain sensing wipers, auto folding rear view mirrors with integrated outside rear view mirror, integrated turn indicators on the outside rear view mirror. These are power folding mirrors. That is sensational stuff, and the way they're going to price it is going to be killer. That's huge expectation. Tata never disappoint with killer pricing. They pulled it off with the Tiago and the Tigor. They pulled it off with the likes of the Harrier. This one is going to redefine value for sure. You also get this beautiful looking diamond cut alloy wheels, 16-inch R16, yeah, 195 by 60. Maybe they can give a wider tire kit to those enthusiasts out there. So I wish they offer a enthusiast package where they can add on all the customization has become the name of the game. Every company is allowing the customer to add his or her own persona to the vehicle, because every vehicle has become an extension of one's personality, because people are looking to vehicles not just as a mode of transport but more as a getaway dimension where they can travel, explore and get away from all the cares and worries that are trying to pull them down on a day-to-day basis. Here you have the Tata Punch logo, then you have the kind of an integrated spoiler, roof rails, there you have the antenna, and you have the rear camera right here. So overall, I love the best design element for me has to be this wraparound tail lamp with this again Y motif. Now you have this integrated door handle similar to what you see on the Altros. Now the doors are nice and chunky and offer a nice thud when you close it, and overall fit and finish build quality really good. The mirrors are nice and large, so that's another good thing. Speakers, 4 speakers, 2 tweeters, and the fit and finish inside is also nice and elegant, you can say. Also you have the power windows right here. Then you have the textured pattern seat again with the Y motifs all over. This is their new design philosophy that's been adopted, and the seats are nice and cushiony, offering good lower lumbar support for long drives, and the steering is kind of nice and offering a very good feel. I've already driven it. I'm doing this walk around after the short city drive, and it has steering mounted audio and phone controls. You have cruise control as well, and kind of a flat bottom feel right here. This aluminum finish right here gives a very good feel to it. Then the entire cabin looks very well laid out. Actually, it looks one segment ahead of its class for sure. We'll look at the speedo console in a moment. For now, at the back again, lots of space, headrests for rear seat passengers. You also have this kind of armrest, integrated armrest, lots of space, decent amount of leg room, loads of headroom because of the carved out roof, so that gives a lot of headroom, and easily 3 passengers at the back, and the ideal choice for a family SUV to get started with the travel culture, or the SUV culture, or the off-roading culture, or the exploration, or kind of discovering the explorer within you. Now here is the view of the dash. It looks absolutely stunning. That ivory white finish, beautiful, absolutely. It flows across flawlessly, oozing all the elegance and class that you do not expect in this segment. So that is something that is going to baffle your mind the moment you look at this car in the flesh first time. Let me also quickly give you the boot space. 366 liters. Now you have this cover here, so it's not very much evident, but you can put in large suitcases. You have rear parcel tray that is removable. Yeah, it's not a 60-40 seat, but you can actually fold the seat flat to make room for more luggage space. But apart from that, let's get inside right here. You have lots of action in the interiors, and storage spaces, around 24 storage spaces, neatly accommodated, cleverly incorporated across the cabin. A cool glove box is what they claim right here. And but this, you see the texture right here, this texture, the attention to detail, phenomenal. Hats off Tata. And even the air con vents, very simple but very effective. In fact, they are so effective in cooling the cabin so quickly that in winter conditions I don't think you'll want to have it turned on. That's how cool it gets inside once the AC is turned on. And yes, you have the aircon vents with this aluminum or silver kind of surrounds. Then of course you have this part digital, part analog instrument cluster. Nice startup animation. There you see. So you have the IRA technology as well. So this is the minimum fan speed. Let's turn it off for now. And here is the speedo console. Let's try and start the car. Okay, so there we go. It's in neutral. And here you can navigate through the menu. Oh, you have this power and torque curve. That is my personal favorite that we saw in their Harrier or the Safari as well as the Nexon, but this is really cool. You have the distance to empty, you have the average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, and all the other details. And then you have the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment, the floating infotainment system. Here, let's go to the home. Here you have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, voice command, and IRA connected car features. So that's really good, and that's what we expect these days. Almost all these cars come with connected car features, and so glad Tata have not skipped on that, or not compromised anywhere of any, or robbed this thing of any feature that you can complain about. Then this is the manual transmission. You also have the AMT version. You have a power socket right here, the lightning port right here, and you have a 12-volt charging port right here. Then the fan speed, AC controls of course are so AC controls are mentioned here itself. You can increase or decrease the temperature, and you can increase or decrease the fan speed. So overall the music quality is really good, and that's something I enjoy, being a musician and an audiophile myself. And you don't get a sunroof, but that's being too greedy in this segment. You also get another socket right here. You don't get dedicated rear AC vents. You get some cubby holes right here, bottle holders on front door pockets, and that's pretty much it. You have the start stop button right there, and you have the automatic start stop hybrid system, which stops the car when you stop at the signal, and it starts it back on when you press the clutch. So that's how it is. This is the overview. And then of course, how can you not talk about safety when you're talking about a Tata car? Rock solid build quality has become synonymous with all Tata cars, and this one doesn't let you down either. It is built like a tank, and you have dual airbags and ABS with EBD and other safety features on board. I believe the airbags and the ABS come as standard right from the base variant, which is something that is commendable. And I mean all of the manufacturers are trying to go that extra mile in trying to care for their valued customers, and so glad Tata is paving the way for that and underscoring safety more than anything else with their amazing machines. So next, let's take the car out for a drive, and let's see as to whether the Punch really packs a punch when it comes to the ride quality or the drive feel and the performance that you come expecting, despite it having a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder petrol. So really hope they launch the turbo petrol soon, but this is pretty decent. I've already driven it, so it's really impressive. So overall, I feel this is an absolute steal, and it's going to sell like crazy. But believe me, please visit the showroom, check the car out in the flesh, and I'm sure it will surprise you with its rock solid tank like build quality. So big moment right here, the moment you and I have been waiting for, the launch of the Tata Punch. Does it really pack the punch that they are claiming? The HBX concept comes alive in its glorious production form. This is the much talked about micro SUV that everyone are banking their hopes upon. It's rivaling the likes of the Maruti Ignis and the Mahindra KUV 100. First impression, it looks absolutely massive and really well built, rock solid body structure, as what you expect from a Tata vehicle. Rock solid build quality, proper rugged SUV kind of a feel. So now that I've already given you a detailed overview, I'm more curious to see as to how well it drives. Now as of now, we only get a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol. We do not get the turbo petrol as of yet. We have two transmission options. We have the 5-speed manual and the 5-speed AMT. Now the power is 86 PS and the torque is 113 Newton meters. But the overall feel and the fit and finish, the moment you sit inside the cabin, is really premium. The textured finish on the dash, the floating touchscreen infotainment system, and this speedo console with part digital part analog layout. You have the analog speedo, and there you have the signature digital RPM console. Auto headlamp is activated. The AC is really good. The weather is slightly chilly, so I've just turned off the climate control, automatic climate control for now. But the dash really feels much more upmarket, feels one segment ahead of its class. This is slightly over 3.8 meters, so it's cleverly positioned just below the likes of the Nexon. You have a dead pedal such that you can rest your foot on that while highway cruising. The steering feel is nice and reassuring. This is the manual. A lot of people having a lot of expectations from the manual. The steering sensitivity is nice and light and effortless. And go and check the high-speed stability. So enough grunt right off the mark. It's not too peppy right off the mark, but it is decent enough to begin with. Steering mounted audio and phone controls. Of course, you have the IRA connected car features as well. Independent suspension up front and semi-independent suspension at the back. Disc brakes up front. You don't get disc brakes at the back. You have nice aircon vents, nice and spacious cabin inside. Driving through Delhi early in the morning. Kind of a flat bottom steering wheel, nice feel to it. Definitely feels much more premium than the segment it finds itself in, and it gives you the feel of a proper micro SUV, at least getting started with the SUV culture. Here we go, dead straight. The NVH levels far more well controlled, but you do feel a little bit of engine noise creeping in. But the refinement is there. You don't feel the 3-cylinder clatter all that much. They fine-tuned this engine to the max, so it's nice and perfectly balanced. You can say it's gonna be nice and fuel efficient and frugal, and offer good economy as well in this these times where fuel prices are going crazy. As a beginner's proposition, I think this is decent enough. If they price it really well, it is a well balanced proposition. The 1.2 liter Revotron 3-cylinder petrol, it offers decent kind of performance, good power delivery, linear power delivery. It doesn't kick off kind of right in your face and throw you back in your seat or something like that. But this is nice and refined and fine-tuned. Even the NVH levels are well controlled. Gear shifts are nice and smooth. Seats are very comfortable. The tall seating stance is what they claim about. The clutch is nice and light in the manual. You do get tilt steering, but you don't get telescopic steering. That is something you need to note. Again, good overtaking power. Step on the gas and just fly past the competition. And the compact dimensions allow you to squeeze your way out of the chock-a-block city traffic. Overall, suspension is really good, and that is one area Tata is well light years ahead of the others. They always offer the best-in-class suspension and best-in-class ride quality, and that doesn't change with the Tata Punch. Whoa, beautiful. The HBX concept really comes alive in its production form. The hornbill, they call it the rhinoceros. They relate it with the rhinoceros, so that's interesting. Like it's compact and tough, built really tough. The rhinoceros, it can topple any vehicle on its day if it is enraged, and that is something they are trying to underscore here, that this offers more than what meets the eye. Actually offers huge amount of value proposition, and kind of a sneak peek into the SUV culture that kind of defines Tata's journey here in our Indian car market. They've always been known for their tough SUVs, right from the Tata Sierra and the Tata Estate, or you have the Safari, which had enjoyed a cult following and has been resurrected back to life now. But the Tata Punch is kind of a sneak peek into the SUV culture that people are embracing of late, because of the travel and touring culture really catching up with the public at a rapid pace. So people want to explore, people want to enjoy those weekend getaways, and that is what makes it really special. That's pretty much it. First impression of the Tata Punch is really it packs a punch. It offers more comfort, oozes the luxury and oozes the premium feel, well ahead of its class. And suspension ride quality is top notch. The brakes are brilliant. The engine is kind of a perfect blend of power and economy. It strikes a nice balance. It is not a pure enthusiast delight, but still, to begin with, it offers the best of both worlds. Steering is nice and light and effortless. Everything else is pretty good. High speed stability is great. Then we'll be taking this car off-road in a while. So let's see how it handles an immediate incline from the bottom. So it's climbing up well without any struggle, though this is a 3-cylinder petrol. Then you have another incline. Purposely did another round here just to check as to how well it handles the incline conditions. So here is a direct incline. So it's pretty chill with that. Effortless, absolutely effortless. So it doesn't feel underpowered or anything, doesn't feel, you don't feel the 3-cylinder clatter or anything. So the way they fine-tuned it is what makes you fall in love with this motor, or this Revitron 1.2 liter petrol engine. Compared to what we saw in the first gen, it's very, very well fine-tuned and refined to the max in the Tata Punch, and that's what makes it an absolute joy. And it's a perfect blend of power and economy, so it's a perfect striking a good balance between offering decent power delivery and good economy. So here we have another car, so let's try and okay, now it's engaged. The reverse, let's try. You have the reversing camera. Do we have, yeah, you have dynamic guidelines that change direction to help you park your vehicle with pinpoint precision. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.